Good crowd in too, as there should be for a derby between the Titans and the Broncos, which is now 15 years old. And we're off and running. It's the Brisbane Broncos, 10 wins and 6 losses, in superb form. And they're already over the 20 on tackle number 1. That's a great charge from Tom Flegler, 18th man for the Maroons, so didn't play last week. To Tony Staggs, already over the 30 on tackle 2, an imposing first couple of plays. And now it's Kobe Hetherington just slipping as he tries to put a left foot step on. Flegler distributing away. Jordan Ricky had a big game against the Titans a few weeks back. Billy Walters again, the dummy half. Here's Adam Reynolds getting it on, and Ezra Mann with room and almost cutting them open. This is ominous stuff in the opening set. And Reynolds goes to the air. And coming through, it was a good chase from Hoyter. Tidy catch from Brimson, but pinned in the corner. Corey Thompson, one of many returning.
Yeah, that opening set there from the Broncos will certainly have the Titans thinking, what are they in for tonight? And it's been a dry run for them. 1 win in the last 12 rounds. But in the opening set,
all started by that powerful surge from the kickoff from Flegler. So not coming as easily for the Titans by way of meters. Fotuaika dropped down and they can't even crack their own 40.
Aaron in the middle.
So Brisbane up for this nice and early. Deep kick is a little confusing for New, but he's careful. And brings it back over the 20. Let's say hello to a man who has just, what a few days he would have had. Billy Moore, hello to you.
G'day, boys. Yes, it's been a great last couple of days, but this should be a cracking game. Looking forward, as you said, the round 12 clash. Strange. The Broncos came storming over in the second half. But last weekend, I liked what I saw from a couple of these young Broncos, Tessie New and Ezra Mann. They are dynamite young players. If they're getting a little bit of room around the ruck and the Titans don't close the gap, they will find space.
He averages 7 runs a game, Billy Ezra Mann, and his first run tonight was... Well, there were good signs there for the visitors. So Flegler playing it on the last. And Reynolds again looking for distance and direction. This time not quite as deep. And Brimson gets it over the 20. So the Titans have struggled in both attack and defence. And there is Aaron Booth in the number 9 about to pick it up at dummy half. 6 games at the Storm. So a little taste of first grade. 1 start. He's been waiting a long time to finally get some first grade time here at the Titans. That's Aaron Clark. That's what Holbrook saying during the week. He wants to see him in a Reuben Cotter style role. Here's Tanner Boyd all rushing up with Staggs, and that got Boyd excited, but well handled in the end by Reynolds. It's on the last at Sexton. That smoke won't clear at all. That's how still it is here tonight as Tessie New is almost up to his 20.
Yeah, he is a dynamite runner with the footy. Tessie New, out injured for quite some time with a hamstring problem. Tamari Martin did a great job filling in. Him himself is now off and on the injured list, but Tessie New terrific for them against the Dragons last week.
This is Keenan Palacia. Unusual to see him starting. He did it last week, but he has played every game this year in first grade. As Walters on the flick, getting it on for Reynolds. Now goes deep for New. New links up with Staggs. He ignores the winger. Then that might be off hands. It mightn't matter. New with the kick. Oh, and the ricochet is stopped there. Philip Sami coming up with it.
We've seen Katoni Staggs do that before, where he'll dummy back on the inside to his winger and hope the defence stops. The Titans didn't. Made the tackle. He was still able to get the ball in. Just watch this. You'll call him in, show the ball. Didn't fall for it.
He did well to fashion the pass, though, and find his man.
Extraordinary well, wasn't it? As he was mid-air over the touchline.
So again, the Titans really struggling to get some go forward here. Herbert on his 30. Sexton blindside. Now here's Brimson. gets it to halfway. And that is the final play now with Aaron Booth doing the kicking. And a pretty simple one now for New. So fullback early part of the season, first 6 rounds. Superb last week against the Dragons. Couple of try assists, couple of line breaks. Not the cleanest pick up there from them.
There was a little bobble, didn't there? But if it wasn't picked up. Ricky with a strong run.
Comes out for Hetherington. Makes a good 10 metres. Brisbane, their best record since 2018 at this point of the season is man. Now on to New. Go Lee. Well handled. Let's see what Reynolds has got in store. Sexton puts on a chase, but that doesn't bother Reynolds. And Brimson for the second time catches it and has absolutely nowhere to go. It seemed to be the Reynolds plan. Thompson now. His 9th game this year.
There's the man, just watching the replay box. Just had to time his tackle, make sure Brimson hit the ground before he made contact.
Dave Fafita given absolutely no room. This is all sideways stuff. 4 tackles gone, still inside their 20. Fodawaker wants to pound it down the middle. And that gets them some crucial metres. That's a terrific run. He's gone 20. On the last, Sexton saw the chase, gave it to Fermor, and now, Herbert. It'll do.
It'll do, but he only just made contact with the ball. And I thought it had skewed off the side of his foot, but it stayed infield, fortunately for the Titans. But a little bit of confusion about who's going to kick the ball. I'm guessing Patrick Herbert isn't the man they wanted to see with the ball in his hands on play 5.
Palacia with some defenders yielding metres inside Titans territory yet again. Comes from Hetherington, now Reynolds. Here's New. Staggs. He got away momentarily from Sami, but Jojo Fafita on debut makes an excellent tackle.
Well, that's a couple of good ones now on debut. Fafita, only 19. Made the stop on Katoni Staggs. He was able to get the pass away, but stuck with his man. And again, this time, Jordan Pereira tried to bump, and he's not an easy man to stop either, Jordan Pereira, but Fafita looks like he's got a bit of strength about him as well.
So Sorsefo, his name, Jojo, is what he is often called, and 19 years of age, born in New Zealand. Came through Brisbane Rugby, Sunnybank, famous club. But here he is playing first grade rugby league. Move from the dummy half, and now Aaron Clark. Starting dummy half every game this year until tonight. So at least the Titans haven't conceded, even though they have been on the back foot right from the get-go. Here's Tanner Boyd. Oh, he almost put his man through Sami. It was a line ball pass, and Sami carries him to the 30. With 2 tackles left, Booth wanted to go down the short side. And Sami will play it again. So Sexton, he'll kick it this time. And not a great deal of depth on that, but it might turn out okay. Oh, around the back went Herbert, and it ricocheted away to Hosking, who was in the right place at the right time.
Well, that was the closest the Titans had been to the Brisbane line. The kick wasn't great. You need to land it past the 10-metre line, give yourself some sort of opportunity to catch and possibly grab a try. Herbert took it in the end, and he did well. He tried to get rid of it. Hail Mary pass, but ricocheted off one of the Broncos defenders.
So here's Brinko Lee playing it as Tom Flegler. He's been busy, Flegler. See a neat pass at the line. Hetherington well handled though, Fermor and also Aaron Clark. So they failed to make it to halfway this time, Brisbane. There's Reynolds. There's a bomb. That is a nightmare. And here comes Mam. Oh, he almost got it too. What a kick. Chase superb. Oh, he did the hard work, Ezra. Just couldn't quite haul it in.
Yeah, fantastic kick there from Adam Reynolds. Brimson really not sure where it was going to land, and in the end allowed it to bounce. Ezra Mam sort of looked at his winger there, AJ Brimson. I think as the experienced man, and boy on the boo, you don't want to be asking him to come in and try and make the play.
Now Fermor in his third year of first grade.
Well, he's been their best forward this year, without doubt. They're certainly their most consistent.
Isaac Liu, first run of the night, and falls on his front. Such a sharp play, the ball. Bit of a roll on here for the Titans. The Sexton, the Boyd, quick hands, Brimson. This could be something. Brimson now with the dummy. Gets inside Staggs. Brimson. That's off Brisbane, and that's offside. That's Katoni Staggs off Flegler's hands. And it's play on. Well, that's a big call there from Chris Sutton, but he may have just had the perfect view. Wow, that looked like certainly it was going to be Titans' ball.
And Brimson out on that left side. He ran past Katoni Staggs. He's got a similar ability to beat a player. He gets down low. Let's just have a look at that in the replay box. Well,
he's touched it.
I know he's touched it, and
not as forward as perhaps
I thought it went backwards.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So Brisbane get to the end of their set here. There's Reynolds from inside the 40. Oh, the depth. He's getting on these kicks. For Fita. It would have been a nervous moment for him. He comes up with it.
Yeah, just on Brimson. He's got that ability. He's a ducker like Tony Staggs. They get down low under attack. You can't go high on players like that. They just brush aside. You've got to get down around the waist or the legs.
So here's Fafita. Scored a try in that game against the Broncos a few weeks ago. And Staggs, he's okay. Looked like he might have been slow to get up. Fodawaker again. Fodawaker 4 runs and over 50 metres already. Well, he's certainly putting in. Aaron Clark down the middle. And again, a pretty sharp play, the ball. So Sexton here with all kinds of time. Now gets it on to Brimson. That doesn't quite come off the middle. It's still a chance here. Brimson picks it. No, it's a knock on Gold Coast. So the little break's just not going their way, the Titans.
Brimson's involvement in the last couple of sets was showing how dangerous he is. Just hanging around the middle there, looking for an inside ball. The kick only just found his feet. Ezra Mann couldn't pick it up, and Tanner Boyd was the Gold Coast Titan player to knock it on.
So the Broncos will get this back here. What have you made of it all, Billy?
Well, the first 13 minutes, boys, lays apparent to me the difference in the kicking games. It's startling that the young spine of the Titans just haven't put a real threatening kick in. Reynolds has put a couple up, which have really asked questions of the back couple of players there for the Titans. So that's the area of the game that they really haven't mastered in 2022. The Titans have really lacked control on their fifth tackle options.
You're so right, Billy Moore. Tanner Boyd comes in. He's 21. Replacing another 21-year-old Paul Turner, who will see off the bench. Aaron Booth is actually the oldest amongst the spine at 26, but he's only played 6 first-grade games. There's Reynolds now as they work it left. Brenko Lee with a left foot step, got inside Herbert. Sexton holds on with Fermor. To the middle now. Hetherington to Flegler. Touch flat-footed.
6 sets each. The Broncos so far more productive during their sets. Making more metres, asking more questions.
Reynolds having a little run and trying to get Brenko Lee against the grain, but well read by Booth and Sexton. Last, what's he got this time, Reynolds? Looking for the contest, man. Oh, that's come backwards off Brimson. But it's a penalty to the Titans.
He knocks on, but Kobe's within 10 before you put him on, mate.
So Kobe Hetherington, the man who is guilty here. Yeah, Ezra did nothing wrong.
He got away with that one. Brimson.
And that's
if you're going to put any pressure on the Titans back three, but you'd be kicking to Jojo Fafita on Deboo just to see whether he's up to it or not.
Geez, that seemed the most innocuous of the Reynolds kicks, and it still almost caused a problem. So no score now with 15 gone. Hanging in there, the Titans, for Fodawaker yet again, getting into it with Flegler. Ricky had rushed up there. That's where Brimson heads, but Ricky makes the tackle. Master Clark, who almost gets through. Just held on by Flegler. Titans rolling though. Sexton back to the middle, then puts in the kick. Where are the Chasers? They're here, and they've got Katoni. Staggs all ends up on dropout.
That was a good one there from Toby Sexton. Not a planned kick, but realised that there was space in behind. And gets the weight of it right. First real chance for the Titans to build some pressure. Let's see what they can do in this set.
So one thing the Titans have done well this year is forcing line dropouts. Now Reynolds goes for distance. Broncos have been pretty slow starters this year. They've only had 4 leads after 20 minutes of games. There's Liu now. Nice bit of footwork there, almost to the 20. And a sharp play the ball again. Fodawaker to Boyd. Boyd to Brimson. Looking for the 3-on-2. Sami running out of room. And Fafita didn't impede, according to the referee. Let's play on as Booth. Now Fafita. Now ready for that, the Broncos. 4 of them all over him. They know at close range how deadly he can be. Booth again, first receiver. Clark. Troubling them with his footwork as he gets inside the 10. Big last play this. They go the short side to Boyd this time. On to Fafita. He splashes off Staggs, keeping it alive. Boyd. Now Brimson sizes it up. Here's the kick. The chase from Hosking. Terrific stuff from the man in his second first-grade game to cut that situation off.
Yeah, gee, I thought he was impressive last week. Hosking on Deboo and gets there just to save the situation for the Broncos. Wasn't a great set by the Titans. They went for Fafita a couple of times. It's driven back 10 metres on that occasion, and then they come up with a good kick. So kicking game wasn't great to start, but they get it right. Toby Sexton and AJ Brimson forcing repeat sets.
Really early storm the Titans, and now they're enjoying their best period of this early part of the game. Fodawaker really is leading from the front. His 7th run. Isaac Liu. His play the balls have been lightning quick. Sexton. Oh, Fermor had a look, and Hosking comes up with it. And the air goes out of the balloon for the Titans. Brisbane handled that pretty well. 3 sets on the trot. Jordan Pereira. Another player who emerged last week in Broncos colours. Here's Tessie New. Beats one, beats another. Shakes off Sami. Fafita comes in. That ends that.
Well, that's an example of what he can do. He split the defence there with some footwork and strength.
Hosking. Away from Fodawaker, and then Clark. Now Walters goes for it himself for the kick. That's magnificently weighted, and Fafita. Josepho Fafita can only parry it out the back.
Yeah, beautiful kick there from Billy Walters. A couple of repeat sets for the Titans at the other end of the field. The Broncos immediately hit back, and here's the run from Tessie New out of dummy half, bouncing around, beats one, gets in between another, ducks under. He's a jack in the box and powerful too. Ricky putting plenty of pressure on Young for Feeder.
Or they're going to go short. They've got the distance. They've got a chance. Oh, what a catch. Jordan Pereira out-muscles them. Here come the Broncos. Flag them towards the middle. How many more times can the Titans hang on? Hetherington. Man. Quick hands. New. The dummy. Midway through this set. The delayed pass for Hetherington. Oh, and he almost cuts them open. Just held down by Fodawaker. Here again, first receiver, the Reynolds pass. Ricky spinning, not quite getting away from Fafita. Now the pass to Staggs is lost. Ricochets off the chest, and the Titans hang on yet again.
Yeah, look, I think that pass and the force it was thrown with was meant for Jordan Pereira. He was trying to get it across to Katoni Staggs and out to Jordan Pereira, who was unmarked.
Oh. It's a penalty against Jordan Ricky, and Aaron Booth there not happy with that and gets a little help from his friends.
Just a bit of footwork there from Sosefa Fafita.
Yes, Jordan Ricky. There's a mark there. Jordan, on report.
So penalty certainly warranted. Whether Jordan has much to worry about remains to be seen, but certainly a high tackle, and that's going to give the Titans much better field position. Starting to feel like this first try is now particularly important. 22 minutes in. Dave Fafita. Walters and Hetherington holding on. Not allowed to get the quick play of the ball this time. Clark. This new role has warmed into it quickly. 30 out on tackle 3. Liu's early pass. Boyd the dummy. Fallen for by Ricky Palacia there as well. Tried to turn the body. So we get to the last. Sexton looking towards the corner. Won't go that deep. Brimson coming through. Now man. The pass there was full of confidence.
A little bit risky. There's plenty of Gold Coast Titans around. It did find its mark though. Just watching the Titans again.
There'll be two. Don't crawl to the side, mate.
You would. My Justin Holbrook's message, if I was Justin Holbrook, my message to David Fafita tonight would be, if you are in the vicinity of a quick play of the ball, it's your ball next. You just get the ball. Just, however, dummy half, take one hitter. Just ad-lib stuff, not off the back of structure. Quick play the ball, you react to it.
You'll see when he runs from 10 metres out and closer, he's borderline unstoppable. Reynolds, that one didn't come off the boot the way he was hoping. And now Brimson on the charge. Roy Thompson now into Walters. Hosking there as well. Hosking proved last week he can play big minutes. Remember Big Tino, Fa'asua Ma'alawi to come into the game. No Fodawaker, by the way, over 100 metres. A superb first stint so far. This is tackle 5, but they were up in Fafita's face. Last tackle now is Sexton. Goes for distance. Tried to tail it away from New. Almost made a meal of it, but came up with it. And we send it down to Billy Moore.
You're right, Dan. Fodawaker's had over 100 metres, but Aaron Clark playing out of position. He wanted to model Ruben Cotter. Well, he's doing a great job for it. 70 metres in this first half. Had some great touches, looking threatening in and around the ruck.
Oh, so
yeah, very impressive running the ball. Aaron Clark tonight. Almost opened the Broncos up a couple of times. It certainly looks the most threatening around the ruck as Ryan James makes a good charge.
Playing the ball didn't look clean, but wasn't a knock on. This is play on here and still tackle 5 as man. Jump into full stride. So Reynolds with the high kick and Fafita. Well, that's a good start in terms of the high ball for Jojo Fafita.
He attacked it nicely, didn't he? First test under the high ball, under an Adam Reynolds kick.
Phillips Army's been out since round 11 with a knee injury. Now Jamin Jolliffe. Lifted but not above the horizontal. Sexton.
Outside.
Just outside the 40. And Tessie just happy to work into the middle. Just 14 to go. Could we have a scoreless first half? For 3 games today, you would think there is no way this could be the one that could go scoreless this deep. Jordan Ricky to halfway. Now, Reece Kennedy, wonderful last week, but that's okay. Not clean, but legal. Reynolds.
Well stopped there for Fafita with the legs tackle on Adam Reynolds.
So Palacia putting in some big minutes. Doing a lot of ball playing there. His 5th run. So on the last. Reynolds. End over end. Again attacking young Fafita. Stagg's got a hand to it. Oh, it was play on as well. Towed through, but now Brimson. This is what he loves. This is what he loves. AJ Brimson. He's burning away from Palacia, who does brilliantly to hang on. And Ezra Mann. Boy, he's lightning, Ezra. And Brimson still 25 away. But the Titans now on the charge. The rushing defence now gives an opening. Patrick Herbert. On to Thompson. Beautiful step inside Walters. That was Brenko Lee who steamed up it. The Titans a little opening, but they couldn't quite take advantage. So this just now the 2nd tackle. And then, in fact, make it tackle 1 because the set restart yet again. Fotuaika. Fotuaika. So hard to put down, no Fotuaika. Booth. Deep for Clark. Fermor wasn't quite ready. Thought he was a decoy. Clark down the middle. He got off Palacia, and now Sexton with a kick. Boyd coming through. Boyd got there. Tanner Boyd's over. Titans on the board first. And the new combinations, the players in different positions, it's coming together. Gold Coast, 4 points to 0.
Well, their kicking game might have been a little bit rusty to start the game, but down this end of the field, it's been superb. Sexton with a couple of repeat sets, then drops it in. Now, this could have been, if it didn't go to Brimson, that could have been a Broncos try, but Brimson in a broken field situation, there is not many more dangerous than him. They did a good job just to shepherd him and bring him down just short of the 40-metre line, but then off the back of the set, the ensuing tackles, he puts that one in Toby Sexton, and Tanner Boyd, in his first start this year, gets the first 4-pointer of this one, and we spoke about the importance of it. 30 minutes toe-to-toe they've been going, these two sides, and Tanner Boyd breaks it.
Put down looks pretty good. And Tanner Boyd, his 3rd NRL try. First for the year. Last year started 6 times in the halves. Okay record. They won 3, lost 3. So Yeah, a live wire for the Titans.
Yeah, all his footy's been off the bench this year, and he can play a number of positions. But plenty of changes Justin Holbrook made after their round 16 loss. Of course, they had the bye last week, but their round 16 loss to Newcastle, 6 new faces, cut a swathe through the side. Tanner Boyd, one of the new ones.
Very nice from Toby Sexton. Crowd up and about on the coast. Billy Moore, down to you.
Well, he's been with a lot of responsibility, Toby Sexton, in 2022. The kid can play. When you think about the rise of Tom Dearden, obviously the Titans had put him in the same bracket where they can see a massive future. The young guy can play. He just probably sometimes needs a better wingman around him, but that was wonderful play and just shows you what sort of vision he has for the game.
Yeah, and again, unstructured, Billy. It wasn't like he was setting up for a kick. It was an offload from Aaron Clark that kept the ball alive, and then Toby Sexton summed things up on the run, and Tanner Boyd read it nicely.
The Titans away. That's Herman Esse. Often got off to a better start than Brisbane in recent games, but this is a little different. This is a hard-earned 6-0 lead, and unlike the 22-0 after 16 minutes of last year, and 4 tries they laid on at Suncorp. Aaron Clark.
I think he might have found his new position, Aaron Clark.
Now Boyd down the left side, and Reynolds knew that Boyd was going to run. Sexton. Straight to New on his 10. Then Jordan Pereira comes back, and there's an early run. Looks like Tyson Gamble has entered the game. 33 minutes last week as Ryan James distributing. Reece Kennedy. 3 of them, and they couldn't bring him down initially. Now it comes to Reynolds. Rolling it in is Hosking. Broncos get through another set here. Mam's kick. Pretty easy one for Thompson. Another player returning. He hasn't been part of the first grade side for a few weeks.
Ooh, it's big contact there. Ryan James, Patrick Herbert come together.
Fafita. Sefo. Jojo Fafita. He's ticked a few boxes, Jojo, in the first half. And here's a penalty. Midway through the count. And now a chance for the Titans to perhaps go back-to-back with tries.
Gamble just slipping up over the shoulders. Contact was around the shoulders, then it slipped up. Unfortunate. Will give the Gold Coast a great place to start their set, though.
Esse now over the 30. Sexton. Here's Fafita. Holding his ground, Jordan Ricky. Sharp play the ball. Clark to the 10. Esse. Oh, chopped down by Hosking. Like last week, he's everywhere again. As Booth gets it on to Clark. Early dummy, still gets away from James. Stepping past Kennedy. And Zach Hosking. Fermor. Not much doing here, so it comes down to the last. Looking for the contest is Sexton. Doesn't quite get it, but it's a Terrific result. There was nothing Jordan Ricky could do. Another line dropout.
Yeah, slippery surface up here on the Gold Coast, and Jordan Ricky just slid back into the in-goal area there. Philip Sami doing the majority of the work. Waits until he hits the ground and then just slides him back. Another set. Pinpoint kick again. On the ground and in the air around this part of the ground has been terrific from about the 20-minute mark.
Yes, remember it was all Broncos early, but they just couldn't get that first try. Broncos, the Titans seem to have been emboldened. There's 5:40 left in this first half. Vonnie and the team, Clive Churchill studio during the halftime break, and lots of action today, particularly in Gosford. Injuries galore, unfortunately, and points galore as well. Tannerboy. Still 3 tackles left. Brimson on the left. Here he comes. Just happy to catch and pass. Fafita. They swarm in. They really have cut him off.
And Reynolds has been up just to make contact, and then he's been helped, as you said. They are swarming on David Fafita, which they need to be.
Jolliffe inside the 10. Booth this time. Hosking. Superb. He's just the clean-up man for the Broncos. Ezra Mam, tough run. Really showing that game 1 was no fluke. His dad said to him,
well, that might...
the great Muir Brandy, so I wanted to get this quote right. All penalty to Brisbane, penalty to Brisbane. He said, I just want you to enjoy it. Tackle hard and run hard. We seem to have done all those things.
Well, we saw last week that he's got the ability to hit a hole, and I'm sure Ezra Mam on this left side of the field will use him plenty of times as that lead runner and just sneak a short pass to him. And the play from Hosking to get the ball back in the field of play might be important come the end of the game, because 6-0, if it's a repeat set, the Titans get enough, they finish down this end of the field.
It is a huge list. Payne Haas there. And that, you can see the strapping there, the green and red. That's a Gucci bag he's sporting, a Gucci handbag. Now, some may say that's a little dainty, but not me. Not when Payne's carrying it. Now, here it comes from Gamble, away to Reynolds. Bit of space for Staggs, and he almost got past Boyd. He did eventually, and gets the offload. Now a roller. Gamble to Man. They're up to the 20 already. Well, they've done a lot of defending the last 10 minutes or so. Kennedy, away from Jolliffe, a flick pass. James, he got past Fafita.
He needed someone with him on his outside, pushing forward.
Gamble, to fool the defence there, looking to the outside backs. Oh, 6 again. James down the middle. Almost. Oh, boy, he'd love to score here. He's home ground for 10 years. It comes down for Reynolds. Cuts out 2. They really are.
Great stop, Philip Sami.
They're trying to give Staggs space, but Sami all over him. There's now... Oh, Ricky wears one, but almost gets through Jolliffe. Titans now just barely holding on. Walters. James. No. Millimetres. Last. Man, or rather New. Keeps it alive. Staggs. Lee allowed to catch it. Went backwards. Hosking. Still the last. Deloise Hoyter. Tyson Gamble. Goes deeper. Then Fafita with the catch. Well, that surely is close to as good as the Titans have defended in 2022.
I can't believe they stopped Ryan James when he cut back on the inside to the pass. A renowned try scorer, James, close to the line. A remarkable job to defend that set of 6, the Titans. Spun. He's not far away, is he, Ryan James?
No meters really in this set. It's going to need a big one from Sexton. Gives it everything he's got. As Tessie knew. Already. Oh, what's happened there? Herbert and Mann colliding. Previous set, that last kick, Gamble went down. He certainly went down extravagantly, but referee had a good view of it and decided it wasn't penalty worthy. But back inside Titans territory they go. There is Gamble to Reynolds. This is slick. Man, the floater, Pereira kicking, Ricky chasing, so is Staggs. Awkward bounce. Ricky comes up with it. It's 6 more tackles. Titans get back there though. They've got 30 seconds to hang on. Can they keep a clean sheet? Kennedy into an offside defender there, a marker, but that's okay for the Titans. There's only 18 seconds to go. The extra tackle's useless. Reynolds, the cutout, space, Hoyder! Well, they held on for 39 minutes and 50 seconds, but an absolute delight of a pass, and now we've got a bit of a scuffle. So there's Walters in the thick of it, Patrick Herbert, Deloise Hoyder.
Deloise Hoyder did a remarkable job to pick that one up. It was low. He was right on the touchline. Oh, that'll break the Gold Coast hearts. All the fans. Ricky did an extraordinary job to take that kick. He stole it off one of the Gold Coast Titans, and then the ball from Reynolds. The ball was dying. It didn't have the power to get to him. Look, he's picked that up around his knees and just exploded past Patrick Herbert.
Oh, and
no room to work.
The $5 grand for the $5 grand for the Australian Red Cross. Now, bring some vision here. Okay, so Walters and Fermor seem to have been the instigators. Herbert racing in, and that really set it off.
He might be in a bit of trouble, Patrick Herbert. Running into the...
Deloise Hoyder. Third game for the Broncos. 2015, he played 7 games for the Wests Tigers, and he's been at a number of clubs in the Queensland Cup.
Well, a couple of minutes to go. And
yeah, Billy,
we'll
hey, it's been really good for the first 40 minutes. Yeah. I don't need to have any of that sort of stuff, mate. I'll talk to them in a second. Thanks, mate. Just out in line with where my touch is, mate. Thanks, mate.
Well, now we've got a correct marking of the spot, and Adam Reynolds moves it back millimetres. Well, I'm not sure the refs are as that...
pedantic?
Well, pedantic's a negative word. You want him in the right spot, but I'm not sure we're that accurate for most kicks. But anyway, Adam Reynolds, his kicking from the left touchline this year has been way off, and Tino's got some advice for him. We'll have some of that, Tino. And Adam Reynolds, just a smile. Let's not get the big fella too angry. Well, 6 points all. 6 points apiece at Cbus Super Stadium. Fascinating game. That last try, a big moment of the first half.
Yeah, Zach Hosking just rescuing that ball with 3 minutes to go, getting back into the field of play. A penalty. The Broncos get a bit of field position.
And off we go. Second half begins. Determined Esse, who played a couple of years at the Broncos, who gets things going. So it wouldn't have been the first time the Titans kept a clean sheet going into half-time had they not conceded that try. Remarkably, it was against Penrith. They conceded 0 points to half-time a couple of months ago. Here's a good run from Aaron Clark. He's done it again, and this time he split them open. Oh, he's got Brimson looming up. But there are just bodies in the way, so Clark takes the tackle. He's killing them in that role. Now, here's Sexton back in field. And finally, It's Walters making the tackle. Brimson playing it. Sexton again cutting back towards the middle. So he certainly extremely unlikely to be kicking on this last. It's going to be Booth poking it in. Off the upright. Oh, kick clear. That is a tremendous opening set for the Titans off the back of a scintillating Aaron Clark run down the middle.
Well, he has been the Titans' best player on the field. We spoke about AJ Brimson, but Aaron Clark, their hooker all season, has been moved into the lock forward position. He started instead of Tino, and I think you'll have them both out there. I wouldn't be taking Aaron Clark off the field. Finished up with a repeat set off the back of the opening set. So that is a terrific start from the Gold Coast.
This would be a hell of a way to reply to the try on half-time. They could get one so quickly. 4 dropouts forced. It's Jolliffe.
Yeah, there's been 3 different kickers. A couple to Sexton, 1 to Brimson, now 1 to Booth.
Worry about the Titans. All strong. Burst. Walters just hanging on there to Esse. Here's Clark. Quick hands Boyd. Now Brimson. Will lean forward to take that, and all over him is Reynolds. Clark doesn't like what he sees. So then he offloads. Here's Fafita. Oh, shoves away Reynolds. Then the pass to Brimson. But they hold on Ricky there as well as Staggs. So now it's the Broncos just barely hanging on. Fafita. That's come out. Penalty. A strip there. Boy, they did well to stop him cold there. We haven't seen the challenges yet tonight.
Yeah, interesting. I thought he was trying to get that arm free to pass the ball. It's not how the referee saw it. So the Titans maintain field position and keep the pressure on the Broncos.
Oh, Adam Reynolds, he tried to get in the road of Fafita and was sent packing. Esse over the 10. Full set for the Titans. Slow play the ball. Oh, and almost pirouetting his way over there was Jamin Jolliffe. Now on the 3rd, it's Sexton to Brimson. Pass to Fermor, and again, he's got a defender on him immediately with Brenko Lee, the tackler. Back it comes to the middle. Sexton on to Jolliffe. Jolliffe away from Kennedy. Jolliffe almost there. Oh, they got under him. He thinks he scored, and it's given. It's a try. Titans retake the lead, and Jamin Jolliffe, despite the efforts of Brenko Lee, has got that down.
Yeah, when he hit the ground and spun, there was no double movement, and as he rolled over, the ball, I thought, hit the line. Sexton just passes it to him. Not much happening, but cuts back on the inside, and no one filled up that hole. He's tackled around the legs, but as he rolls out of the Tessie new tackle, the ball's on the line. There's no argument there. The referee on the spot to award it. Yeah. Beats the tackle of Reece Kennedy, then comes back down where the ball was, and has done a great job to twist his body towards the try line.
We haven't really seen an angle with it hitting the ground, but we haven't seen an angle with it clearly held up. So
live, I just thought he got it to the line.
It certainly had that look about it, didn't it? And Jamin Jolliffe, 2nd career try.
Well, you give up a try in the 40th minute. They defended their line for the opening 15. They were able to repel what the Broncos threw at them. They score the first try, and then they looked like going to the break with a 0 scoreline, and the Broncos grab one on the 40th, but right from the kickoff, the Titans have started this second half.
So try confirmed. Jolliffe's other try against the Broncos.
In much better fashion, haven't they, the Titans, in the opening 5 minutes of this second half.
It's different Titans than what we've seen most of this season. Still 35 to go, but they do have a different vibe about them. Down to you, Billy Moore.
Great start by the Titans, boys, as you've already said. They came out with purpose and intensity, and obviously being able to put points on the board. the first half, this is the second worst defensive team in the competition. And other than the last 15 seconds of that first half, they have been brilliant. Coach Holbrook just said for them in the second half, just more of the same, keep the defensive intensity up and be patient. The points will come. For Kevy, he said pretty similar. He said the defensive intensity isn't there, but they haven't got any field position. So they really want to try and get down the other end of the park through kicks and then see if they can force some errors out of the Titans.
Thank you, Billy. Yes, Broncos fans, we saw that replay too. That was a very interesting angle.
You couldn't see in relation to the ball on the line. It was hard to tell. They must have had 10 looks quickly up in the bunk. They must have. I agree. It didn't
very
look
charitable. Furball puts it down. That's unfortunately the Titans that we have seen in 2022. So Brisbane a chance to hit straight back.
Well, after saying that Beau Firma's been their best forward all year, he's dropped a couple tonight.
They've bustled him, haven't they? Here's Gamble. Getting on now for Ricky. Oh, beautiful right foot step. He fooled Boyd. Boyd came back along with Fafita down low. Only the one try so far to the Broncos. Now Reynolds on the run. Here's Ezra Mann putting in a kick early in the count. Fillmore cleans it up, but more pressure coming.
He makes up for the drop ball, but the pressure remains on the Gold Coast Titans. Ezra Mann. Halves on both sides have been very efficient with their short kicking games tonight.
Got all the tools, hasn't he, Ezra? We know how good he can look when he runs, but good kicking there, short range. Now they're going to go short again, the Titans.
I think they will.
Yes, they are. And why not when you can kick it that high? The bounce. No, knock on Titans. Knock on Titans.
First jump, Dave knocks on.
Well, it's called a Fafita knock on, but my goodness, Brandy, when you see that ball go that high from Patrick Herbert, that's rugby stuff.
It's a great kick, isn't it? There's the touch from Fafita. Tried to knock it back, but just didn't get enough of the ball. And a scrum situation here now for the Broncos, centre field.
Plenty of Broncos fans here as well. It's a great place actually to get down to by train from Brisbane. There they are. There's, some of the diehards. Here it comes from Reynolds. Out to New. And New engages with Aaron Booth, who just holds on and needs some help there from Philip Sami. Run here. Pereira strong. Not quite strong enough. And that was imposing. Slow play the ball coming. Reynolds just steadies it. The play for Kennedy. 3 left. Jake Turpin in the game. James the decoy. Reynolds the pass. Man the run. Again the Titans up to it. Booth again. He was on the other side a couple of plays ago. Now Reynolds. Gamble keeps it going. That's a lovely decoy run. A cutout ball as it comes to Pereira. Bounces over. They hit back the Broncos. Touch, judge and referee consult. They agree that was all momentum. They stopped Pereira moments ago. They couldn't stop him this time.
Yeah, and trace it back to the Beau Firma drop ball. And off the back of that, Ezra Mann's able to get a repeat set. The short dropout didn't work for the Titans this time, and midway through the following set, they get it out to this right-hand edge. The pass that went across the face of Tessie New was a beauty. Completely fooled Philip Sami out to Katoni Staggs, and then Jordan Pereira. And
not sure yet, Brandy?
well, it's in slow motion. It looked a little worse than him bouncing across the line, but I don't know. I don't think there was a Titan grabbing him. He'd gone through the tackle there of AJ Brimson, and actually Brimson's got no grab on him, so he's not actually tackled. And then bounces his way into the in-goal area. Jordan Pereira is, geez, a handy backup winger. Like no Oates, no Cobbo. Jordan Pereira is he's an NRL player.
Well, we were scoreless since the 29th minute. Now they're starting to flow. We've had 3 tries in the last 10 and a bit minutes. Reynolds, the kick, not his best. Oh, and that may be expensive. 12 points to 10 to the Titans. Here's Billy Moore.
You're right, Brandy. Pereira is a first-grade winger. He's powerful, he's destructive, he's really hard to handle. We saw that first case there, but Coach Kevy got exactly what he wanted. He wanted a bit of field position, this time through an error through Fermor, and that's what the Broncos know. If they can get field position, they can conjure points because they just think they'll be able to break this Titans defensive line down.
There's a very good ball there from, and Staggs did well not to overrun the pass from Tyson Gamble, but across the face of Tessie New, completely fooled Phil Sammy. Gave Pereira just enough room to cross that for that try.
The Titans had scored first, the Broncos right on half-time. Titans again, and the Broncos returning serve. Broncos yet to hit the front tonight. There's Hosking. Run number 7, but it's been his defence. It's been immense. Ryan James. 44 games for the Titans. Turpin to Gamble. Now Hosking. Oh, wonderful pass. And Ezra Mann taken quickly. So over halfway with 2 tackles to spare, but Reynolds decides to kick now. Here comes Staggs. Got the bounce, Katoni, but caught short. 1 tackle left. The benefit of kicking early. Oh, it opens up. Reynolds back. Ricky tapped it on. Turpin couldn't hold on. That was tough. The scramble of the Titans saves them again.
Oh, what a set from the Broncos. The kick at the end of it from Adam Reynolds. Drops it over the defensive line of the Titans. Katoni Staggs catches it. He gets pulled down, and then the space opened up for Adam Reynolds. He came back down towards the play the ball. There's the bounce. Perfect for Staggs. Fafitas did a good job to get his hands on Katoni.
There's the big fella, Tino Fa'asuama'alau. And you imagine he's on now for the remainder of the game. A 29-minute burst. Well, they celebrated the 92 grand final last week, Brisbane. That was like Kevin Walters kicking to Reynolds, one of the many superstar outside backs. Oh, Tino with the pass. Now on to Fafita. That's a 1-2 punch. Oh, he bowls it right arm over. Now finds Tino again. This is razzle dazzle. One tackle left. Sexton. End over end, but should be a contact. Oh, Herbert's bumped out of it, but the ref said that's all Herbert's fault.
Well, what a second half we've got in front of us, really. Like the Titans couldn't have had a better start to the second half. They grab a try. The Broncos hit back with their own. It's 12-10. Tino's on the field. It's end-to-end stuff.
What about the pass from David Fafita? You don't see that sort of pass often. It's Tyson Gamble carrying it forward. Turpin for Jones. Kennedy trying to push away there from Boyd as Ricky was steaming through. So Reynolds, we haven't seen one of these sort of kicks for a little while. They're going to let, for a moment it looked like Thompson was going to let that bounce, but takes it confidently. Now Herbert. Adam Reynolds was limped after that kick and the challenge on him afterwards. We'll keep an eye on that. Seems to be shaking that one off. And now you wouldn't believe it, they've made an error, the Titans. And Fermor, this has not been his night so far.
They want a challenge. They better hurry up. Time's ticking.
Okay, the time's actually expired there, mate, so we're going to have to go to the scrum now.
Chris Sutton lets them know it's all over. 10 seconds gone.
Mate, I can't move it around all the time.
Well, there was Gamble's on the ground. He didn't put his hands near the ball.
Keep working, you're down to 10.
Just trying to wrestle himself free there, Beau Fermor, and loses control.
Brisbane scrum.
Come on, boys. Back up.
Titans. Well, that error rate, not a good sign.
Well, they were punished last time they made an error down this end of the field.
So here comes New. Really keen to take on Boyd. Again, slipped past him. That was Sami with the tackle. Broncos roll to the 10 with Ricky. So he's been busy tonight, Jordan Ricky. That'll get him close to 100 metres. Now Turpin for Kennedy. Inside the 10 with 3 tackles left. Back to the open side. Gamble goes himself. Oh, a sensational pass. And Adam Reynolds plunges over. Well, Tino, he grabbed his man by the back of the shirt, or the back of the jumper. And he wasn't counting on the offload. And Adam Reynolds backing up like Terry Lamb.
Well, I think Tyson Gamble knew he was in trouble there and knew he wasn't going, although it looked like he was going to get to the line. Once Tino grabbed him, I think he started to look for support through the dummy, got inside David Fafita, but as he spun him around, looked, and there was Adam Reynolds just pushing up on the inside. Great stuff from the Gold Coast, punished again for an error coming out of their own end. Gifted the Broncos field position. They applied the pressure, got a repeat set for the first try, the second half, their first try. And now Beau Fermor comes up with a mistake at the play of the ball, and again, only takes a few tackles to get them across the line.
And congratulations, the 8th player in the history of our game to register 2,000 points. 2,000 for Adam Reynolds. And how ironic he does it with a try. It's been his boot, right? Goals and field goals that have carried him most of the way. And now it's the Broncos up for the first time. 16 points to 12 with 23.5 minutes to go. Gee, it's a good Sunday coming up here on Fox League. It starts at CommBank, Wests Tigers and the Panthers. Now, remember, all the Panthers Origin players have been rested, so that really evens things up. Melbourne Storm, Canberra Raiders. They've had some epic contests at Amy Park in particular.
And the Raiders don't have a bad record at Amy Park.
And they need to pick up a win like this. They're in the fight for the top 8. That's at 4 o'clock. And then Sunday night footy. The Bulldogs against the Rabbitohs. And that's pretty much straight after Melbourne and Raiders. That's an exclusive to Fox League. And Kalen Ponga, special guest on Sunday night with Matty John. So Fox League, the place to be. And I dare say a lot of us will be then switching over to the British Open as Tyson Gamble making it into the line. Now it's a sharp run from Jake Turpin. Kennedy. That's a heavy hit there. But yet again, the Brisbane side over halfway. Reynolds, the chase is going to make this kick, and that's Jordan Ricky all over young Fafita. Joe Fafita. I said it early, he's ticked some boxes tonight. Now this is sharp footwork here from Philip Sami. By the way, Cameron Smith tees off at 1 a.m. Eastern time. Won't be as late tomorrow with the earlier tee times, but there's going to be some Nescafe consumed, Randy, as Tino now down the middle. See him in the lead. Mo Fotuaika, superb with his opening stint. Now making a bit of noise here. Still plenty of time in this contest. Oh, Brimson, he fashions a kick. But a nice simple catch for Hoyter. Terrific field position for the Broncos. Hoyter Perhaps thinks he was collected a little high there. Renko Lee will be playing up the road at Redcliffe with cousin Edric next year. Kobe Hetherington. Tyson Gamble, huge contribution. Tessie New. There's Jordan Ricky. Well contained this time. Showing it to James. Here's Reynolds. To the front man, Hosking. There's Jolliffe down low with an important first contact. Reynolds on the short side on the last. He's seen something here. Hoyter almost. But now Herbert. Hello. Herbert down the sideline. He's got Turpin. And Turpin got him around the ankles. But now the Titans with a great chance. Brimson. Boyd on his outside. So is young Fafita. They're inside the 20 on tackle 2. Could this be a game-turning moment? Pasu Matalawi. Oh, the footwork. Not getting by Hosking. Booth out of dummy half. Brimson has a go. Reynolds around the ankles. James up top. 2 left. Booth to Boyd. Boyd to Fafita. Oh, he got it on. And it was a terrific catch by Jojo. Oh, no, it's forward. Well, Jojo Fafita did well, but in the end, it doesn't count.
Yeah, back to Patrick Herbert's run. The kick, after Reynolds decided to go down that short side, the kick didn't find its mark, Patrick Herbert, and here it is. Hoyter tried to get his foot to it. All it did was dribble into the hands of Patrick Herbert, who took off upfield, and it was Jake Turpin, grassing tackle round the legs. He came down this short side. It was Pereira jamming in hard on David Fafita, and I think it was the shot that Pereira put on Fafita that forced the ball forward.
Needs a win, Justin Holbrook. 1 win in 12 games. Their last win was Magic Round. They needed extra time to do it. Oh, Reynolds out of the scrum. Something fancy coming. As Mam can't shake off Herbert. Good start at the set, though. Just 19 minutes left. And Flegler to re-enter. Hosking. Happy to take the meters on offer. Kobe Hetherington. There's a bit at stake here tonight. Titans can put a game distance between themselves and the Tigers for that last spot as James is brought down. Top 4 is there for the Broncos. If they can just nudge out a win here and have a good run home, it's still a possibility, very much so. As Brimson turtled himself there.
Well, he had to sit down to take that one. Get himself in a position. Fafita's going backwards.
So Titans now doing it tough. No long run to get him going this time. Pasu Matalawi. His 6th run, so he's got limited time, but he's going to put in, there's no question, as now he is, again, a good left foot step by Sami, but the cover there on the inside.
Tough meters, the Gold Coast, only 30.
Plenty of times have been kicking from around this spot. Sexton, he got distance, couldn't find the grass. Tessie New. That's his 14th run, so similar production to last week. These fringe players have been wonderful for the Broncos these last couple of weeks. The list of players unavailable for the Broncos is staggering, really, as Hetherington over halfway. Oh, 6 again. 6 again. Well, now they can really set it up, Brisbane. That's a very expensive set restart conceded. And we haven't had many of them tonight. That, I believe, just the third. Flegler on the 20. Reynolds, the dummy. That ball to Hosking, play on. Hosking 5 away. Back on the inside. Oh, Hetherington. Fodawaker, strong. 2 tackles left. Hosking! Yes! Zach Hosking scores! The dream fortnight just continues. Zach Hosking never thought he was going to play first grade, but here he is, and he is shining.
Yeah, gets on the outside of the Gold Coast defender and has to fully outstretch that right arm to get the ball over the line. Just watch him just put himself in a good space in between the Gold Coast defenders. And that's what he's got the ability to do. He runs in between defenders, doesn't run straight into them, hits the ground, but is able to outstretch that right arm to get the ball across the line. It's terrific stuff. He's had another very good game. Another very good. I was impressed with his debut last week against the Dragons. He's a good defender.
Oh, hang on.
Hey, Matty.
Hang on.
Tries under review, mate.
We're going to shoot Bambi here.
Did the ball touch the ground before he got it into the in goal? I thought live it looked good. Toby Sexton with the leg
ball is under the arm of Zach Hoskins and it hits the ground. Zach Hoskins then floats the ball over the goal line for a double movement.
It did.
We have a decision.
Got to take that off him. Well, that keeps the Titans in this. Within the one score. It's cruel, but it's accurate.
And that does keep the Titans in the game. Kick to come 20 to 12. It was going to be a job for them to get themselves back into it. 10-point lead for the Broncos remains at 4. What we thought would be a tip, it just grazes the top of the grass.
Yeah, they've got that one right in the bunker. And that pass, that earlier pass from Reynolds that played before may have, well, the karma gods may have gotten away there.
It's not your typical double movement. Like, it isn't your typical double movement.
No, it was like
it's not like he's
scraping butter off his toast.
As you're in the process of getting to the in-goal area, you skim the ground.
Well, that just gives new life to the home side. Wouldn't they love to make a mess of the Broncos' finals charge? At least stop them from getting another 2 points.
Look, the arm never stopped moving. It's not as if the arm stopped and then he put the ball across the line.
Boyd on the Brimson now. He's a bit of space for Sami. Got inside Staggs eventually. Not quite inside Ricky. Liu, catch and pass. Sexton the same. Ortino. And past Ezra Mann until Lee and Flegler chimed in. So the last play, to the ground it goes, and Ricky, he was hoping desperately it would have kept going, but he's done it again, Toby. Another line dropout.
Yeah, this is 5 for the Gold Coast Titans. 3 off the boot of Toby Sexton, and how quickly the Titans have turned things around. Only a moment ago they were staring down the deficit of 10 points. Now they get a repeat set, only 4 points behind. And a real chance here to either square things up or go to the lead.
Reynolds, he has a different approach to the Gold Coast when it comes to dropouts. He's happy to go for distance and back the defence. Well, 14 minutes to go. A significant part of the game now. As far as Suama'alawi, might be a masterstroke to hold him back until the 52nd minute. And it goes to Sexton. Deep now for Boyd. On it goes to Sami. Sami really fancies his chances. This time Reynolds helps Staggs. Inside the 10, the Titans. Fafita. Oh, that's good stuff from Hetherington. Sweeps across. Paul Turner, that is a dummy half. Oh, Fermor, wrong place. And it's knocked forward.
Well, did he get a hand in that? Or did it bounce off his head?
They've got their challenge. No one's used one yet.
You're happy to challenge?
Oh. Chris Sutton in his mind was counting down to 10 there.
Okay, Matty. Mate, coming up to tackle 5. Captain's challenge from the Titans on the decision of knock-on.
Maybe the top of his chest, his chin.
We'd also have to check accidental offside, but geez, from our angle, it didn't look like there was hand there.
Oh, it's just come off his shoulder.
We're just looking to see if the contact on both Fermor is with his chest or his upper arm.
Oh, jeez.
The ball comes off the upper arm of both Fermor and travels forward. The challenge from the Gold Coast.
That's hit the seam of the jumper.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be driving to the casino after this if I was Beau Fermor, because tonight is not his night.
Well, that was the pass from Brimson, really. Like, Fermor was the man gone through. The ball was supposed to be out the back.
That's the night he's having.
Look,
that's just the night he's having. Jeez.
It was that close. It's hard to argue. You could say upper arm, chest, shoulder. You can include all three.
They need to put the seam lower. Well, you know, boxing trunks, they mess around with the height. Okay, here comes Tessie New, tireless. One score the margin. Tony Staggs now.
Made a quick play the ball from Staggs, but
Fafita.
Good marker work.
Yep, he was square, according to Chris Sutton. But they work down that side again and almost finding a way through is Jordan Ricky. 4 tackles gone. As you can see on the screen with Palacia. Just happy to march it forward. We haven't seen one of these Adam Reynolds specials for quite some time. He's working down the short side here. And he goes end over end. It's all about the chase. Let it back. Hoyter keeping it alive. Hosking. Oh. And Fermor. There's a good moment for him. All over Hetherington. And not the worst field position for the home side.
No, they messed up the last set in good field position with that pass from AJ Brimson, but the kick from Reynolds, the ricochet, gives them a good start to this set.
Fafita. Turner dummy half. Liu over the 40. Fodawaker rushing up Reynolds. Got that first contact, but this time Brimson got away, albeit momentarily. Boyd, the stab, that's played at, needs to stay in for Jordan Ricky, and it does not so.
Play the ball.
Titans ball.
Here. 20.
Well, they got the patience, the Titans.
Well, might have clattered into feet, but they do get the result, so another set for them.
Jordan Ricky well over 100 metres. He's been very busy tonight. What have the Titans got here? 2 tries so far. Tino with the pass. Brimson back on the inside. Fermor shakes off Mam eventually. The Turpin there with Hosking. Oh, Turner's pass, that's okay. That's a great pass. As Fodawaker gives Turner a chance. Tino! He's caught it brilliantly. Mark Warren the slips. Now it's Isaac Liu. It's a touch clumsy, but still 2 tackles left. Turner. The kick from Sexton. Here they come. Yes, it's Sami. It's Philip Sami who ties the game up. And goal Gold Coast have a chance to hit the front inside the last 10 minutes. As a touch judge wears one from a very excited Titans player.
Yeah, he splits a couple of Broncos players, just turning around to try and clean up that ball there. But the Toby Sexton kicking game inside his 20 has been first class tonight. The second try that he's laid on, Tanner Boyd scoring the first of the game off the Toby Sexton boot. This time it's Philip Sami. That's a beautiful kick. He was actually heading sideways and kicked it around one of the Broncos defenders to get it in behind them.
Well,
what's happened?
Hey, Matty. Try's under review, mate. This should be the grounding for me.
okay.
Did it look suspect to you, the grounding?
Not really, but I don't think he...
They've cleared the onside. Philip Sami takes possession of the
Oh,
ball. However,
he's
he loses possession of the ball.
He has
fails
dropped
to
it.
grip it prior
Well
to it hitting the ground.
done,
We have a
Bunker.
decision.
Well
Tessie
done,
knew at the
Bunker.
death, just got his hand in there just to knock Sami's hand off the ball.
I'm convinced they've got 4K in the bunker. All these games today on Fox League are 4K games, exclusive to Foxtel. Sami can't believe it.
Thanks, mate.
But the decision was right. He controls it there, and right at the death, it just comes free of his hand.
Well,
Wow, there's been a couple of times tonight. Yep.
so close. Billy Moore, down to you.
Well, there's 20,000 in the house, boys, and they're buying into this game. It's a cracker. It's going to go down to the wire. Unlucky there for the Titans. About field position. Foda Waker is on fire tonight. He's leading the yards, 13 carries, 175 minutes, mate. He's bending the line at every opportunity.
Yeah, he's been strong.
Yeah, missed out on Origin this year, been there the last couple before 2022. Jordan Ricky now only on tackle 3. It sends one more try, finishes it off. It's been a highly competitive game. Kobe Hetherington really has been strong in this second half. Another kick here along the ground, and that's just all control from Adam Reynolds. No risks, playing from in front.
Well, yeah, he knows how to win from in front. Adam Reynolds, and knows where to give the opposition the football down inside their own 10-metre line.
Gee, it's been a good game. The Titans have had a red-hot crack. Still need more. Joe Fafita. It's his 11th run. So he's certainly put in on debut. Big Tino. And you somehow see a David Fafita moment in these last 8.5 minutes. Well, Sexton, we don't see this often. A spiral. And there's the result. Brimson! Oh no! So close. And now, Tessie New, his eyes light up.
Well, the first one that Toby Sexton's put up tonight with a bit of turn on it, a bit of a spiral. Had the back two confused, Hoyter and Tessie New. Brimson went so close.
It would have been some pickup had he hauled it in a matter of inches.
Just needed the bounce. Just watch him take off as he realises that it's in play.
Oh. Takes that, he scores, doesn't he?
If it bounces another half a foot to the left, it's in his lap. He does score.
Or rather, Palacia in the 8 jersey. Rita scoring Brisbane's first try. 3 tries to 2. Tom Flegler spinning away from Liu and getting it on. Hetherington away from Furmore, then almost putting Hosking away. Cruelly denied a try moments ago. Palacia, man, New, doesn't like what he sees. Turpin ran an interesting decoy. Palacia, he's going to have a go. Palacia, no, so close. We have seen that at both ends so many times tonight. Brenko Lee, a little while, but that's okay for Reynolds. Drills it. Katoni coming through. Jojo Fafita. He did it. He got into the field of play, and he's away. On debut, Sasefo Fafita. Hauled in by Ezra Mann. But that is an enormous play, and it keeps them in the game. Thompson. Brimson. Over the 30. Now the Broncos defenders get back and they're in line. Tanner Boyd with space. 2-on-1. Oh, Reynolds came across. But Sami gets it on. Fafita. Turpin down low. Oh, this is great stuff. Clark now in his old position. Just feeding it on to Liu with 2 plays left. Tino the decoy. Fotuaika. Sexton, it was a tough pass and Fermor ran that decoy. This is a big play. Boyd. Brimson. It's gone back. It's Fafita. Oh, so close. Can't challenge either. They've burned it.
What an incredible passage that was, and it started at the other end of the field with Jojo Fafita retrieving the kick very close to the dead ball line. I thought Staggs had him. Look, he's inches away from the dead ball line, evades a couple of tackles, and then he is off upfield, gets up out to the halfway. They came so close, the Titans, to levelling up.
Well, now the Broncos, they have to dig deep. They weren't in this position last week. They had the game wrapped up against the Dragons. Brenko Lee flat-footed. This is tackle 3. Titans can sense they are so close. Palacia to Flegler, strong.
That's a great run out of trouble from Flegler. He's done that a number of times tonight.
Palacia again, that first receiver. And in the end, it turns out to be a very decent set. Reynolds on the open side. Again, conservative, but he finds the grass. Brimson on his 10. He has threatened all night, AJ. Jojo Fafita.
He's had plenty of good moments on debut.
Now Corey Thompson. This is 3 tackles gone. There's only 4 minutes left. They're not going to get too many more chances. And they get 6 again. Well, he won that appeal, Corey Thompson. So, a full set inside Brisbane territory. For Asuma Alawi. And in fact, this is the last. My apology, was called off the marker, even though the referee did wave his arm. So here we go. Last tackle. Sexton to the air. Oh, Pereira. An enormous catch. And they're nearly home now, the Broncos.
It looked like he might have jumped a little early and been too close, but over the shoulder. Terrific take there from Jordan Pereira. Great save. Oh, had to lean back to catch it. Terrific stuff.
Well, they could have used those extra tackles, the Titans, but there's something not blowing the 6 again. But Brisbane, maybe 2 sets they have to defend, and that'll do it. Turpin on the 5th. Flegler to Mann, holding it out in front of him. Oh, good tackle by Sexton. Need to get it back, though, the Titans. Oh, that doesn't have distance for Reynolds. It does create a contest, and in fact, the Titans are going to let Staggs catch it. Reynolds, he'll get a second crack at this. And then this might end up as a good result. Brimson, well, if he had someone, he would have got it on.
Yeah, very fortunate there to get another crack at it. Another kick, Adam Reynolds.
So 80 metres to travel for Asuma Alawi. Titans have been brave, but they need more. Brisbane swallow that up. Brenko Lee, Zach Hosking.
Yeah, that wasn't the play there from Beau Fermor. Just passed and gave Corey Thompson nothing.
Fodawaker, this is the 5th. Fodawaker's going to try and shake off and does. Get rid of Flegler. Or Fafita catching and passing. Philip Sami. This is a big kick now. With less than 2 minutes left. Boyd, not in the best position. Sexton, he's got time as they sit back and wait. It's end over end. Tessie New, steady. And they're almost there, the Broncos.
See, if ever you needed a type of kick, you're not playing for field position now. You needed something that was going to try and force an error. A try-scoring opportunity the Gold Coast were looking for there.
I would have loved another one of those spirals, but not to be. They'll get a little bit of time here to get it back. But they're going to need, well, something for the ages. Oh, there's a strong shot from Clark on Palacia, but can't jolt the ball free. Here's Hosking down the middle. So 56 seconds. Reynolds. That's the kick you would expect. Cut off by Fafita. So Sefo Fafita with the Titans 80 metres from a miracle.
Short side.
And there's Tino working. No pass, line ball. 30 seconds to go. Philip Sami. Well, he now almost does get away. It's a strong run, but they need more. There might only be 2 plays left. Boyd at dummy half. Brimson just gets it on. Herbert. Well, this is it. It must happen on this play. Sexton. The chip kick. Oh, Ricky takes it. And the Broncos, they have that winning habit and they find a way to hold on. Another win for Kevy. Another win for the Broncos. They are so close to locking in a spot in the finals. But they've got bigger plans. They're thinking top 4. Boy, they were made to work for it tonight. And may well Kevy finally crack a smile. His young Broncos, his baby Broncos have done it again. An all-star list on the sidelines, but players like Jordan Pereira, Deloise Hoyter, they've been wonderful the last couple of weeks. Zach Hosking, what more can you say? Well, Brisbane, you see there on the ladder, it is a logjam. Melbourne with a game in hand, but this is shaping as some season for the Broncos. Full time at Cbus Super Stadium. Broncos 16, Titans 12.